Hello everyone. Today is January 21st, 2023. It's a Saturday, 11:37 a.m. and I'm going to do some market analysis. So in that way I could see how the market is positioning to face the next week. Before I start, let me remind you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button, so in that way you would receive notifications when I publish videos. Also, remember to review the description of this channel. There are several links to it, and until Monday night, 12 a.m. or midnight, there is a promotion for Apex. The link is in the description, and also the promo code, so you can take advantage of the 80% discount plus 80% recurrent for their account. So let's get into the analysis. So I'm gonna, since it is Saturday, I'm going to review the weekly first, and then I'm gonna go on the daily. On the the monthly and 15 minutes, I'm not going to spend that much time in there because we are in the middle of the month. So monthly is not really a concern for me at this time. It's moving towards the 34 moving average, but other than that, I'm not going to spend that much time on that one. So SPY, as you see here, we do have a higher low marked in the weeklies. Let me expand this one a little bit here. So we did have a low lower than that one, and then we have a lower low here. And if you see, I mentioned this one last week. There was a batch here, or a low on the MACD that was lower than this low here. So that means that there is a little bit of divergence there. So it's a bullish divergence, and surely enough, the market on the weeklies moved up, and now created a lower a higher low that has been respected so far in here. However, we are facing lower highs right here, and we are at this point in the middle of it. So there's we can say that unless this one passes towards that resistance here to the north, then we can tell that the market is changing direction. It has not formed a higher high just yet, but in the weeklies, but it's facing some resistance. If we create here a level of resistance right there, we can see that this week here touches on the first time, and then it touched on the second time right there. So it is not a pivot in the weeklies, but it's a lever that we need to consider as a resistance. I'm fighting this cold, so I apologize if I cough too often during this video, and I'm not editing the videos, so I apologize. If there are mistakes, and especially if I cough too much. Okay, so there is another area here. I'm sorry. And let me go back. So here there is a pivot low that I'm gonna mark here from there to there, and then there's another one from here to there. Okay, so yeah, we are in a channel basically. You see that if we mark, put an additional line there, there's a pivot high there's a pivot low right there and a higher low and a pivot. And this one, I mentioned this one last week. There is actually a couple of dojis here. This one is not really a doji, but it served as a reversal, and then it went and then it went up, and now it's facing this resistance. So yes, we are in a channel, in a compression area that we need to see if it's going to break to the downside, or it's going to give us a high here. Okay, so that's that's the weekly. On the dailies, you see that there is here on the daily we do have similar situation. You do have this line coming back down, and then this one going up in here. I had this channel that was formed using this pivot here and that pivot right there. Now it went out of this channel, so now so I'm gonna delete this one. I remove this drawing, and also this one. It's also an old one, so I'm gonna remove that one as well. Okay, so we are in a channel. Very, very large move in the afternoon on Friday, yesterday, and it made this this momentum move to the upside. So we are in the in positive momentum. Came back down. Market went into that. Resistance, came back down, put a low here on the 30 days moving average and come back. So it's kind of like chopping here, moving up and down with unexpected moves in the intraday, or I would say, I don't know if unexpected, but not really consistent on what it is doing. So we'll see how it's behaving later. I'm gonna put a pivot. I'm gonna put a pivot up here, or mark this pivot up here, and then this one is not formed yet, but I'm gonna put that one maybe in that area. Okay. So let's review in the SPY the market forecast, which is this red line right here. It's right at 55 in the middle zone. So it's I do have this support level that changed the tone a little bit after it broke this 13 days consolidation here, or compression. So it was broken there, came back down, and then moved up, and then came back down and touched it again right there in that level. So 387.41 is the area that market bounced back up. So in here, there was a reasonable good move, volume, a little bit more than average volume on Friday, moving to the upside, money flow, it's still negative. So market is risky to me. I don't. I really don't see that much bullish momentum yet on this one. Even though it has come back up from the lows here, especially when it broke off of the channel. and then move to the upside here. But now it's moving horizontally in there. So which is my consolidation market. We'll see what happened during the earnings. Okay, so let's go back. And I'm going to, well, SPY is very similar to ES, but or same thing. But I like ES just because I do intraday trading. So just to say in here that we are above the the first day opening range. So it as you see here, it came right to the tick to bounce back up, and we are if we look at this channel right here, we see that that came back down, and then we are kind of bullish in this area, still facing this channel right here. But I wouldn't say bad, but what we need is this one to test that high, that pivot, and see if it's going to continue moving to the upside or not. It could be rejected. So this one is obviously is a resistance, which means that resist the move to the upside, and it's only one touch here. So and it's right there on the descending line. So it could happen that goes in here, then go back up there, and then move to the downside. That's very, very possible. That could happen. So weeklies on ES kind of exactly the same as the SPY. Okay, NQ. NQ on the weeklies is I really apologize about this. I almost kind of talk. Okay, so still is well, it's same thing in consolidation. You do have here a lower high. Lower high is coming back down. There's another lower high now. We are in consolidation. There's a low right there and a higher low right there, disrupting this this lower high we had there. And there was also in here a divergence. So that one is a bullish divergence, and it has not broken the high at this level up here yet. So I would consider this one as in a channel. So for those of you that are trading options, long call verticals or short put verticals, or verticals would be probably the way to go if you're trading options. Don't do any calls just yet, or any puts just yet. It's in the consolidation, so you have to be very careful on what to do. Let's see, the dailies, large move on Friday, moving to the ups, to the highs here on this descending line right there, above the opening range as well in Q, and moving towards the 38.2 zone on the Fibonacci levels. We do have the 50 here, which is coincidentally very close to the opening range. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but it's matching the 50. It's matching the higher end of this um, of this opening first day opening range. Um, we'll see if it goes all the way up to the 50, and that one is taken from this high all the way to this low. So I'm monitoring this to see if it's going to go you know back to that level on that channel and can back or move to the upside there. Um, Very close to the, if you consider this triangle here, if you consider this triangle here, I'm gonna put it with this. So if you consider this triangle here, you see that it's coming very close to the end of this, which suggests that probably it's going to keep moving sideways, and it's not a definitely break to either direction. Okay, so let's go now to gold, and let's review the. I'm gonna check the monthly first, and you see monthly has been very good on gold in the last 3 months. So you have this one here, that one there, and that one there, and moving to the upside here. MACD momentum is not showing is not showing a positive. One has not go to the green zone or above zero, but it's about to. So this one looks good on gold. So we can say that we are bullish on the monthlies. On the weeklies, we are more bullish, right? We were discussing last week about this area here of consolidated. There was a little bit of compression in this box right here, but it continued, and in this week continued the move to the upside. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 weeks of move. And we are above the 61.8% from this top, from this high there to that low right there. So we'll see what it's going to do. There's a nice resistance now that it's breaking. If we consider if we consider that point right there, and there's another resistance up here as well, that it's you have a double top right there that could go could up to that level, and then from there decide if it's going to go keep moving high or not. For now, the round number is 2000 right here. So you see 2000 could be a good number as a target. We are at 1927 now. So in that one is a little bit above the 78.6%. Okay, so this one is bullish on the weeklies. I would with this at a type of candle, I would expect that gold is going to move to the upside a little bit more. So my bias in this one is bullish on the weeklies. And now on the dailies, we are above the opening range on the first day of December. And we are moving up. So there's a little bit of more noise here. A couple of days that were red and then came back up, but we are still above the 10 simple moving average and the 30 simple moving average. So a little bit extended in the dailies. I would like this one to I would like this one to come back a little bit because it's been, you know, a nice run here, and then I would like this to do something like that to feel more comfortable that it's going to move to the upside. And in the weeklies, you know, you have this formation. It doesn't suggest that there's any weakness here yet. So so it could continue. It could continue, yes. But in the dailies on Friday, there was a little bit of retracement back here. Now, if we go to and analyze this market forecast on gold, we'll see that we are above 80, which is still very bullish on the dailies. There's no signs, as I said, there's no sign of weakness in here yet. So it's moving nicely to the upside. We can probably change. You know, we are already out of this channel. We can probably. I don't see. Well, there's a pivot right there. It's a small one with only two red bars going down. So I'm not going I'm not going to consider that we have a pivot yet. I could probably draw a channel up here. We are on top of the channel, so okay, let's do that. So just as an example. So let me go and put a channel from this point here to that point there, which is really not. I would like gold to come and visit this low area. Let me expand it a little bit. And I don't know if it's going to happen, but you know, I would like this one to come back and visit this area right here on this lower channel here for me to feel more confident on the move to the upside. But it doesn't show any signs that it's going to do it. That is going to do it, but so I'm gonna keep that channel there. Yeah, for now I'm gonna keep it, just because it's too far away from this channel already. So you can argue that that there's a line here supporting this one. I'm sorry if I'm thinking out loud here, but I'm trying to see if that line there would work as well. Let me change the let me change here this one to there. And you see that there's a support in this area here. So and if we put that one there, we're in the top of this triangle, ascending triangle as well. So yeah, as I said, I would like this one to come. It's very strong, but I would like I would like this one to come here to feel more comfortable and take and put a position that is going to be long, or my bias would be long to the long with more confidence. Okay, so going back down to my default. Okay. So let's see crude. This one is interesting. In crude, we are about to break this area of resistance. So I do have, as you hopefully it's not that. I'm gonna take. I don't want to take that one. So yeah, all of these drawings have some significance. So let's go one by one. So I'm marking here the levels of resistance up above here at 94. 98, around that area, 93.64, 97.68. So those are coming from those pivots up here, right? There's a significant one that it's very important, that it's that one and that one. I don't know if very important is the word, but it's an important or a significant area of resistance here. But there's another significant area of resistance, which is that one there, with that one there, and that pivot there, and we're about to break it. So this area here is the one that it's kind of the higher one in between the three of them. So I would consider this one as an area of resistance that it's calling for a break. We do have also a channel that is coming down, a descending channel right here, that is formed by this loads here, right? So you have that one, that one, that one, that one. So you have lower highs, lower lows, and then you have this divergence here, right? That was formed from there to there, and then this one put the lows at $70. Critical value $70, and it moved to the upside from there. So with I'm talking about that. That 3 days high, and then came back and then made a small trend reversal breakout right there that was good for a couple of days, and then came back up and entered into this channel and came back down. So you do have, in general, what I'm saying is that you have lower highs and lower lows coming back there, down there. There's a similar high there that created a significant area of resistance, and then market came back down. They put a new low there and a new lower low, and then up, lower high, lower low, and now lower high and higher low right there, and then it started to consolidate, right? So this one here, that divergence here formed an area of consolidation. So after you do have an area of bearishness, or that this area here, you have price moving down. Now you are in consolidation. Now what could happen here? It's that it's trying to form a higher low out of this channel, which means that we could potentially be in a reversal area. In a reversal area right here, which for me is the 83.34 level on the first day of last month on November, right? So now we are above the first area here, above December opening range. It was at 98. What was it? 81.50, right there. That value there. We are above 81.50, and then crude seems that wants to go above. So there's a couple of resistance levels. That one there, and this one here. We'll see how it goes, but my bias at this point is bullish on the daily chart. I did it. I did it upside down. I started with the dailies, and I'm gonna check now the weeklies. So on the weeklies, you see that there is a divergence here. Okay, so you have lower highs and lower lows. You're forming here a lower low, and then a low and a lower low. This one was lower from that one, right? So you have you can see the lower lows right there. There's another lower low, but now what you see here is a divergence in the weeklies. Now there is some significant support here, right, or resistance, which is that 30 moving average on the weekly. So needs to prove that it's going to go to the upside, and I have another level here, 93.64, that needs to be broken. So for now, it's kind of trying to break this one here, and it seems that it's moving to the upside. There's a one bar on the histogram that it's above the zero line, that it seems to be indicating that at least this is moving. It's going to move sideways, or consolidating, and then potentially has the bullish momentum to the upside, and so there's a good possibility that it's going to go up. Now, another thing that you can see, that descending line right there has been finally broken right there in that point, right? So move up there. That one could be a good entry on the weeklies, or a significance, and then you go to the upside. Now, how am I playing this one in the swing term? I bought a couple of things. I bought a long vertical on USO, and a short put vertical on USO. But so I do have some positions in USO instead of well, and I'm gonna try to play bullish on crude moving forward in the intradays on future. Okay, so that is my bias in crude. Let's go back to or let's go to the 10 years note futures, and on the weeklies we form a, so we are, as I said last week, we are lower highs. There was a kind of similar high right there that moved to the downside there on the weeklies, and then now what it did was to made a nice move at the end of last year, and then this last weeks has been this last 3 weeks from the beginning of December has moved to the upside a little bit. Now there's some resistance here with this moving average. So there's a doji here. So we will see what it does during this week. But it failed to break to the upside right here out of that resistance. So it did make a look above and fail, and came back down. So it was moving to the upside right there with that. You see the candle right there, and then it moved back down. So that is not really a good sign for bonds. And then the other thing, if you see the market forecast, let me show it to you. Sorry, once again, sorry about the coughing. It came back down, and then you see that the money flow came back down as well. It's supported by the 10 simple moving average on the dailies. But seems that the market forecast is still above the moving above the 80 line, but could move to the downside and cross it. So we have to be careful on that one, and this could mean a consolidation from here, coming back here, and then move horizontally, moving to the side, to the right side. So yeah, I kind of show the dailies already. It went there, and this is not a good sign for it. we go here and put a Fibonacci level from that point here to that point there, and you see that it came back to the 80 to the 80 back 88.6. So yeah, it didn't bounce out of that high there. We crossed that with the strength and then went to the 127, came back down, and now it's positioned at the 88.6. So so really not at this point, really not a good sign for it. If it's a bull flag, we would like to see that moved above that. I'm sorry, move above this level right here. So we are going to market. I'm gonna mark it right there. So if it goes above 115, 210, then that would be a bull flag, and then we can go and play it bullish again. But right now it's very defensive. It's very defensive. Okay, so let's go back to the weeklies and check UB. So we marked this UB at that high there, and this one failed on cross, and really faced the resistance at 146.14 and came back. So we are in this triangle here. You see that line right there, and then this ascending line. So that one forms a triangle. It has not been broken yet. Momentum is to the upside, and the issue with this is that it didn't get the market forecast, didn't get the A80, came back down, and it's now in this area. So not very promising. I'm sorry. Not very promising, but it's in consolidation. So I would say that at least until it gives us a higher high right here. So we do have a here a higher lows, and then this one here, it's a lower high with respect to that one, and this one is a similar high. So we are forming a resistance level that needs to be broken to have a trend reversal there. That one was a good catch if you caught this one there. But now it seems that it's moving sideways. Okay, so bias in this one is actually buying in this one is in sideways, or in consolidation, or in compression. All right, so that would be probably the analysis for this week. Couple of stocks that I wanted to check. I don't know if it's let me go back here. Oh, let's quickly review. I'm sorry about this. Let's quickly review the dailies on the stochastic. So you see here, this one here on the stochastic, not a good sign. Even though we are not. Consolidation is when you when you have this dissonancy. I don't know if that is a word, but when you are not in synchrony in all the indicators. So the stochastic is pointing down, the MACD is pointing up, and we're above the moving average. So with that stochastic, we need to be careful. So that's why I was saying that probably a vertical would be a better idea than a call option. If you think that this is going to move to the upside, probably is not a good time to buy a call in SPY. I would my bias here continues to being sideways. NQ, you do have three green arrows. So in here you have um, green, and this one is above the moving average, so it's more bullish than ES. Gold, you do have this. Oh, let me go back here. You do have a red arrow in stochastics, and you do have a still you are positive in momentum in the MACD, and here you are a little bit extended, as I said before. So that one is now crude. You have momentum positive, stochastic positive, and then this one is positive. So there's a good chance that this one is going to move to the upside. And in crude likes good moves. So this could be very consistent uptrend from here on. We will see what's going on. Right now it's in, as I said before, it's in consolidation. Red arrow in ZN, and red arrow in UB. So guys, that's the end of the video. I'm very sorry. I know I coughed too much. I don't feel very well. You can probably notice it also in my voice, but I wanted to give you this perspective there. So hopefully you guys are successful. Remember, keep your stops tight enough so you can tolerate the risk on the opposite move if you are if you have any position. So make sure to manage your profits and manage your losses. So that's probably the essential part of. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.